God proclaims today that my breath captivates your heart. I exhaled into Adam, and he was transformed into a living being. My inspiration, my essence within your human spirit, ignites a fervent blaze. Within you resides a life-giving vitality, as I am the intrinsic force of your inner being. My existence and intrinsic strength possess boundless organizational capability, with a purpose established in the culmination of Calvary. The Father declares that your healing is definitive. Your provision is definitive. Your restoration and freedom from all persistent obstacles are inevitable. The plan of redemption is founded on assurances rather than mere possibilities. Open your heart and exhale my certainties. Eternal life resides within you, and today I permit you to harness that resource to address every need and deficiency in your life. You are a principality and a force on earth, as declared by the Father, and every necessity in your life submits to the authority of the promise established by the blood of the Son. God advises against compromising your spiritual elevation by engaging in conflict. Contention arises solely from pride. The adversary will murmur, rationalize, and provide numerous justifications for animosity and dispute. He understands that when you engage in a dispute, you fall under his authority. His name is adversary, after all. When your blood boils and words surge in your mind, choose to elevate yourself at that instant to the principle of love. In the realm of dispute, triumph is an accomplishment. According to the principle of love, triumph is an enduring condition. Governance commences as you elevate into the principle of love. The law of love supersedes all other laws and grants you the freedom of my creative authority. Despite your adversary's boastful antics and celebration of an imagined triumph over you, remain composed and observe while I restructure the foundation beneath you to establish your complete jurisdiction and power. The day has arrived when I will surrender your adversary to you. What actions will you undertake at that moment? Will you indulge in the fleeting gratification of vengeance? Will you postpone that libation and elevate yourself to the impeccable, perfect supremacy of love's sovereignty? Today, God asserts that love is devoid of blame. The Father states that you are not at fault as long as you permit the love of His heart to manifest in your spirit. Adore the unappealing. Adore the ungrateful. Affectionate towards those who possess no desire to reciprocate your love. The Father commands love for them but stipulates that it must be on His terms, not theirs. The ungrateful and unloving are quite skilled at manipulating your sensitive heart. Do not permit the sensitivity of your heart to be used and dominated by the twisted expectations of individuals who perceive your compassion as a vulnerability. Love is devoid of fear, therefore, do not be apprehensive about the repercussions from self-serving individuals when you choose not to conform to their expectations. Always bear in mind that you were purchased at a cost. You are not affiliated with them, you are affiliated with me. They will neither value nor endure this. Do not fear, says the Father, for those who would exploit you will encounter the divine retribution of God. Embrace love without trepidation. Exhibit affection abundantly. Embrace love wholeheartedly, however, remain ever cognizant of your identity and your Lord. Each day, when you awaken and attend to your responsibilities, I will infuse you with my essence, my voice will direct you, and your fate will manifest with strength, abundance, and assurance. God proclaims today that He is hastening the advancement of His purpose in your life. Yesterday's agenda is today's postponement. The Father commands no retrospection. Focus on my promise, for your destination is determined by your focus. Disregard the painful ideas of potential outcomes or past events. The doubts and anxieties are the creations of the adversary to ensnare you in limitations and the rejection of your destiny. The Father declares, I am with you. I am present with you, instilling both the desire and the capacity to fulfill my kind purpose. It is my utmost pleasure to bestow onto you the kingdom. My realm is characterized by justice, pleasure, and harmony. These items are provided unconditionally and without charge. Embrace that gift today and anticipate clarity, tranquility, and profound joy. Allow your voice to pray and your heart to rejoice, for he who resides in the skies shall laugh and govern over all your adversaries. God proclaims that each day in your life is a day of breakthrough. Today is the sole day I possess, as I do not reside in yesterday and tomorrow has yet to materialize. I reside in forever. My inherent environment is an unceasing present. When one resides in the present, today is all that exists. Today is the sole occasion for me to embody divinity and fulfill your every requirement. The Father invites you to enter into my presence now. Disregard the past. Disregard conjecture and unfounded apprehension regarding the future. When tomorrow arrives, it will become your present, serving as the context in which my Lordship will preside, direct, and bestow blessings upon the state of your life at that time. Today signifies salvation. I am safeguarding you from the adversary's harassment. Your adversary is not merely a matter of chance. A malevolence underlies the fragmentation and disarray of existence, yet such a persona cannot steal my love or my power. Do not permit life's challenges to confine you in a state of hopelessness or immobilized by fear. Advance with anticipation of my benevolence. Rise. Leave. Engage socially and anticipate that I am designating you as the exemplar of my profound benevolence, favor, and blessings. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. God asserts today that your salvation is not a singular occurrence but an ongoing state of existence. Salvation transcends mere experience. It is an intrinsic resource within you. The method by which you were initially saved is the same one by which you are perpetually sustained. The Father asserts that the blood of the cross sustains you. I am retaining you. I am maintaining the standard to which I am accustomed, and I do not engage in half measures or budget constraints. I am not constrained by a budget, hence you are also not constrained by a budget. I have instilled within you the source of my splendor, serving as a resource for you to access and a river for you to enjoy and indulge in. Seek the distinctive and the unconventional, for I am unrestrained by human conventions and their limited perspectives when I act on your behalf. You were transformed into a new entity upon being born again, and it is through the renewal of life that you are recreated, re-equipped, and revitalized daily. Luxury is not a pejorative term in the kingdom, asserts the Father. It is my inherent condition. Therefore, recalibrate your mindset to embrace a first-class approach, as I am not meticulously tallying expenses to determine if I can assist you in overcoming the problems ahead. The adversary's resources are constrained, however, the resource within you is boundless. The salvation I established for you at Calvary is an enduring salvation. Approach me today and experience the tranquility of perpetual abiding. Disregard those circumstances that oppose my promise. Those paradoxes are not your burden to carry. That falsehood has tainted my people for an extended period. You are not a victim, you are a victor. This is a moment for you to transcend the insipid platitudes of religious consolation and unequivocally reveal your true self in my name. God asserts today that I am unaffected by supplication or entreaty. My hand gestures follow proclamations and decrees. This may contradict your teachings, yet does it not reflect the evidence of my word? To plead and cajole suggests a request directed towards an untrustworthy benefactor. The Father asserts that He is a dependable source of provision, safeguarding, and liberation in your life. I will never refuse what the cross endorses. You need not request me to fulfill what was predetermined for you 2,000 years ago. Merely trust and have faith. Merely proclaim and assert. Through your words, uphold the decree of the sacrificial blood of Calvary. You are restored. You are the designated individual. You are the recipient. You are the pupil of my eye, and I shall never abandon or disregard you. The heavenly city is devoid of street urchins and beggars. The celestial angels serve as messengers, delivering whatever response you need from me. They deliver every response and arrangement to your doorstep, requesting your signature to authorize their involvement in your life. The Father states that you shall adjudicate angels. On that day, you will assess the efficacy with which they executed the service for which I designed them. Allow them to execute the task of actualizing the demand on Calvary's provision that your faith is invoking upon my power now. Today is the designated day, declares the Father. Exult. God declares today that He desires you to prepare for personal expansion. I will not abandon you in your current state, I will guide you farther into my spirit. Transformation is vital for existence, and I am expanding and extending you to encompass a greater portion of my purpose and my spirit. Resolve today to believe that I reward those who earnestly seek me. The diligence that elicits my blessing does not necessitate religious rituals or futile repetition, as if I were unwilling to address your needs. It is time to permanently abandon the ingrained religious belief that one must implore and beseech my benevolence to obtain a response. The blood-stained wood from 2,000 years ago suffices, asserts the Father, to affirm my unequivocal readiness to act on your behalf. Commencing today, the Father invites us to engage in dialogue as parent and child, within a newly established realm of intimacy and grace that I now bestow upon you. Today, God instructs, my child, be prepared. I own anything superior for you now compared to yesterday. Yesterday has elapsed. Grant forgiveness. Disregard. Proceed. Grasp your staff and equip your feet with my gospel, for I have elevated terrain awaiting you. The Father proclaims, I have summoned you to greater pursuits. No longer shall we exist by the minimal standard of hope for simple existence. I arrived so that you may own life in abundance. I am not a deity of feeble hope or trivial, diluted responses. I am a great God, and I am bestowing upon you profound faith for significant endeavors. Daily, my child seeks the zenith of my presence and navigates beyond the tumult of ordinary existence. The Father advises against looking back. Do not reflect on the past, restrain yourself, or entertain regressive notions. There is nothing for you in that location. Leave the past behind and advance towards the future I am shaping via my daily renewed mercies in your life. The Father states it is a transformation of belief. A transformation of belief and a shift of mindset that you embrace in this moment. This is the route to elevated terrain, and that is your share by my decree today. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. Today, God asserts that you constitute a singular majority. Your aspirations and achievements do not necessitate the comprehension or approval of people devoid of belief. Enter the sacred abode of the Most High today, my dear, and together in my counsel, we shall accomplish that for which you have long beseeched me. Embrace my guidance and strategies for your success with an open heart and mind. No obstacle can withstand my approval to act powerfully on your behalf. Disregard the do-nothing advice from individuals who believe there is nothing to do. That perspective does not reflect my mind emerging from that pit of religious skepticism. I am omnipotent and possess the ability to act freely at any moment without seeking approval from others. Align yourself with my mind, declares the Father, and my heart, and prepare to ascend and venture forth upon the waves of amazing impossibility. Declare in your heart that nothing shall be unattainable for you. I am the God who exceeds all expectations, and I am merely beginning to manifest the remarkable blessings I am orchestrating in your life. God declares today that you are a come-outer and an overcomer. The Father proclaims that you are emerging. You are emerging from loss and overcoming limitations. I am dominant and authoritative over every aspect of your existence. Your adversary will not only be repelled, he will be obliterated, and you shall proclaim your triumph to everyone who doubted your capability or resolve. I am directing your actions towards uncharted terrain and more audacious assertions of conquest. You will witness miracles of New Testament magnitude, reminiscent of ancient times. You will witness my hand, like Gideon, who exclaimed, "Where is the Lord God who performed miracles in the wilderness?" I will manifest contemporary miracles in your current wilderness experience. Manna will be there on the ground each morning, and water will emerge from the rock when you are parched. Indeed, the Father asserts that you will encounter daily miraculous provisions of supernatural plenty, guiding you towards a state of blessing, completeness, and alignment with all that my word has assured. God implores you to renounce the heresy of doubt, the heresy of fear, and the heresy of limitation and deprivation. The Father proclaims that you are the provisioned. You are the champion. You are the conqueror in every adversity of life. I placed you in your existence to experience the paradise of my joy and my favor. Your existence is not intended by my creation to be a futile, desolate expanse of anguish and torment. The Father states that He does not value suffering or loss, so understand that now is your time for restoration and reconciliation, as my redemptive hand is being revealed extraordinarily. Observe the angel wielding the flaming sword as he dismantles the adversary's efforts and liberates you from your constraints, causing the gates and barriers that have restrained you to open spontaneously, as I lead you into freedom, the tangible liberty secured by the blood of the cross. God proclaims today that He is a deity who establishes order from chaos. I am a deity who transforms chaos into blessing, order, and authority. I am introducing the presence of my divine governance and my kingdom into your life. You have requested my lordship, and I shall eradicate any demonic obstruction that may attempt to taint your life in any manner. My government rests upon your shoulders today. Press forward, commands the Father. As you confront the confusion and chaos in your life, I will rejuvenate your vitality and fortitude. The Father declares that you will overcome your adversaries today by the authority and strength I am imparting to you. Permit the Christ within you to ascend to its whole stature. Jesus the Christ is evaluating Himself and revealing Himself within you. The atonement of the cross is manifesting its complete benefits in your life. In this current season, I am altering your heart and enabling you to manifest my image both inside and externally. The Lord affirms His presence with you, assuring that He will neither abandon nor forsake you. I am manifesting my dominion in the framework of your existence beneath this sun. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. God states today that I never mandated you to be exceptional or to accomplish extraordinary feats. I request that you position yourself as an instrument of my glory. The priests serving under the diminishing splendor of animal sacrifice were prohibited from perspiring while performing their duties. Similarly, throughout your lives, my son and daughter, I will engage with your situation solely through the portal of rest and faith that you provide me. The Father advises to relax. Rest and discover that this day the yoke is effortless and the weight is light, which I established for you before the inception of the world. No load was borne by my brow that was not accompanied by the thorns of the tree. Discharge your concerns and tribulations to me and observe how simply they dissipate like a fabric of immateriality and falsehood. This day, the Father proclaims that my essence is displacing the deception of burdens, fatigue, and sorrow. You will no longer endure the deceptive burdens of the illusory vanities that have troubled your heart. Today, I grant you freedom and alleviate your fatigue with my strength and favor. God asserts today that there is no room for you in the arena of religious self-importance. You have observed this fallacy and have been astonished by the multitude of individuals who appear satisfied to exist within that realm of deception. Your location indicates that the Father is to manifest in the tangible world, showcasing your faith in my kingdom throughout your daily existence. In my profound intercessory prayer in the Gospel of John, I did not petition for your removal from the company of the ungodly. I earnestly prayed for your protection from malevolence. Do you believe my prayer gets addressed, even in this era? Avoid being sidetracked by the throngs of uninformed and immoral individuals. Do not be misled by people who have settled into the fabricated milieu of religious confines. You are my living epistle, declares the Father. I have integrated myself into your life with precision and intent. Proceed now with openness and transparency, and engage with all individuals. By doing so, you will pursue the kingdom, and thus, all things will be bestowed upon you. God invites you now to retreat with Him to a secluded area, where He will immerse you in His brilliance. I shall demonstrate the multitude of souls poised to enter the kingdom at the command of my outstretched hand. The Father states that my hand is not clenched into a fist. My hand is extended, and my heart emanates a torrent of compassion that will transform the world and reform my church to align with the bridal season. The Father has determined that you shall participate in your designated portion. You will be an active participant rather than a passive observer. It is your privilege, despite your lamentations, to be both a participant and a recipient of my end-time splendor. Today, God declares that I am instilling within you a profound sense of maturity and enhanced grace. I am evolving within you into a complete realization of my identity and potential. I wish for you to understand and experience the support of the divine uplifting you to the complete realization of my essence within you. Therefore, rejoice, declares the Father, for as the Father has sent me, so I have sent you. Just as the Father has enabled me, I have empowered you beyond any extent you have before conceived. Your hand and mind shall unite as one. Your mind and my mind will unite as one. Your words and mine shall be unified, and I shall ensure that your words do not go unheeded, just as my words do not falter or fail to manifest. You are my dominion on earth, declares the Father. Advance and execute the divine mandate. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. God proclaims today that I have bestowed upon you power and authority to govern. You are empowered to act on my behalf within your domain, and I will support your statements, prayers, and declarations. The Father asserts that you are not devoid of power. Although you may feel empty and hollow without me, understand that you are never without me, even for an instant. Embrace the commission and the responsibilities inherent to your life's purpose. Ceasing to await inevitable occurrences or the expectations of others. The Father urges immediate action. Step forward now. Realize your destiny today, and all of heaven will support your audacity with the complete array of glory's riches. God asserts that you are primarily His child. You are mine above all other commitments or consecrations. I acquired you at an incalculable cost. Individuals who sought to dominate your existence incurred no consequences, yet they aspire to exert authority over you in opposition to my design. Cast off the illegitimate authority surrounding you and attain freedom, declares the Father. The Father proclaims freedom. Commence today to embrace the liberty inherent in one who has received my fatherhood. The Father declares, you are my child. Exult. You are my beloved, and as such, I am pulling you closer to myself while liberating you from the illusory constraints of illegitimate power. They lack the understanding they presume to possess and do not hold primary authority over your existence. You are mine, and indeed, beloved, I am yours. God asserts today that you are not subject to the influence of corrupted people. The Father declares, I am the rod that purifies the vessel. I am cleansing your vessel and bestowing upon you the requisite power to control and tame the aspects of your character susceptible to the influence of fallen nature. The Father commands, arise and take your seat. Assume the position of authority and power granted by the sacrifice of my blood. The forces of darkness are finite, however I am everlasting. I possess the authority, vitality, and resources to show my glory, grace, and completeness in your life. You will no longer contend with incomplete assurances and fragmented experiences. The Father asserts that you possess everything. Are you prepared? Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and subscribe to the channel and check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching the video.